All right, and I am live. Let me throw a stop on that. Get this adjusted here, and welcome you all aboard for a Monday night. I hope your Monday's off to a good start. Let me turn that off there. Who shall be first in the gate tonight? We shall see. All right, two lives in one day. How about that? All right, there we go. I got that all adjusted. Good evening, everybody. It is August 17th, 2020. Welcome to all of you. Joey Polanco, first in the gate tonight. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Yilva. Nice to see you in the great Wasatch Valley city of Salt Lake. Good to see you this evening. I hope that you're doing well. Where are you traveling tomorrow? Do you want it to be a surprise or do you want me to tell you? I don't know. It's all going to be weather dependent. We got to talk about that because there's a lot of danger out there right now. We got a lot of we could be gone into a blackout. We could be having rolling blackouts tonight because of the strain on the power grid here in California. Hey, how you doing, Steve? What is that, Steven? Nice red lips. Yeah. Hey, Miss Kitty, how are you? Jeff Giordano, the Pioneer Woman Food. Good evening, Chef. Nice to see you. Good video today. Enjoyable as ever, and I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Don't know what the weather is your way, but this is the weirdest stretch of weather since 1998 when I woke up one morning in December of, what was that? December of 1998 to a light dusting of snow on the ground. Never to be seen again in all of the years. Yeah, surprises. There you go. Thank you, Joey D. I have not clicked that link you sent me, but I sure will. Hey, NorCal dude, Bluebird on my shoulder. Lovely Sonoma County. I don't have a lot of options for travel right now, as you guys know, and we'll tear into that. You know a lot of the reasons why. You've heard it. You've heard it ad nauseum. Hello, Craig. Nice to see you tonight. People are sick of hearing it, but it's definitely having an impact. And I got to tell you, the weather is just off the chain here. I was, I tried to get on the air real fast this morning when the thunder and lightning were really hitting. I got the tail end of it a little bit here. Hop Frog, nice to see you. Good evening to you. Welcome aboard. Uh, Very uncharacteristic weather for us. Joey D, I don't know what it's like in your particular area. Next September, I have to go to English classroom in Antis. Okay, well, it'd be good for you, Miguel. I should be studying Espanol. I put all of my brain effort into Chinese, but I'm fairly functional in understanding spoken Spanish. Good evening, Zeus Phillips. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you. And I would really like to. I took Spanish in college, which you wouldn't know, but I kind of made mincemeat. I didn't take it seriously. It was one of those 8:15 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, and freshman year of college, you're dicking off, partying. It's like, oh, geez, 8:15. They give the freshmen the worst time slots of on campus. Glad you came on. I was watching the most insane national. Yeah, I can't even watch that. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Tonight I got a email. I did not sign up for their mailing list, and do not let what I'm going to say reflect on your particular political affiliation. But I got a letter from the Democrat National Committee asking me to support on my pledge to elect Biden in the fall. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm a libertarian, right? I'm one of those outlier goofs that's non-relevant to politics. And I'm thinking to myself, how in hell did they get my Gmail? Well, of course, YouTube or Google corporations sold it to them. The weather's too hot. We should talk about something cooler like hockey. I don't follow any, just the Baltimore, as you guys know, the old Clippers, but don't really. Being raised in the South, the interest in hockey was very, Baltimore was like the last Southern city that attempted to have hockey with the AHL, and then the Capitals began in midway between Baltimore and Washington. How you doing, Penny? It's been a while. Bill Ellis, where art thou? Rosie, thought they were asking you for your dog's name so they can send it about. I don't know. You know, I hope somebody didn't switch my affiliation to Democrat or so. I mean, you never know in this day and age with hackers and there's a lot of smooth operators out there, right? I'm not talking about Mr. X, but there's a lot of shenanigans going on, and it's like, thank you for your past support for the party. I'm like, I've never been a registered Democrat in my life. Not so hot, only 103, getting a good deal of smoke. How you doing, Pizza Kitty? Nice to see you. If you're coming in to troll, don't even waste your time. Your messages just get removed before they can even be seen by the chat. They'll never be seen by the after chat. Bella Rose, how are you? Nice to see you. Hello, Mike Jordan. Nice to see you. Snow Dabs, good evening to you. 82. It's gonna be hot. We got a nice reprieve here today, but with that reprieve came very weird weather and some horrific lightning strikes. I think they recorded over 1,000 lightning strikes in the Bay Area in the last 48 hours or so. Hillary Clinton did it. Hey, Johnny West, how are you? It's going good. It's going good. Just trying to get some bills paid today. Get caught up on some stuff that came in the mail. How you doing, Dan? There was a lot of stuff that came in the mail. You'll have to go back to my playlist, Laws of Attraction, and look at all of my history of vintage audio. Here I have a couple videos with hundreds of thousands of views describing the building of the wall of sound, the custom display rack, because I couldn't find anything in the marketplace that was suitable, and also a video describing a lot of the units that are on the shelves. I'm voting Democrat, but you still like it. Democrat, Republican, vote what you want. I'm not a political person. But I found it very strange that it's like, this whole long thing from who in the hell is the woman? It's the campaign chair, the black woman. I don't know, Abrams. Abrams is Stacey Abrams or something like that. Thank you so much for your past support. You don't need people like me. You don't need people like me in the party. Hey Noreen, how are you? Old Bay crabs today. You're making me jealous. I got no signal. Yeah, okay, Chef. I might lose it at any time here. We've had flickers of lights. I've had the internet down for a few hours. We've had a lot of trees come down, some wind damage and things like that. So makes me a little nervous. It makes me a little nervous. It's like I was saying last night. What's up, JK NoCal? Hi, Peachy Pie. Makes me get those visions of the end times, and it's good from a spectator point of view, but you don't really want to be in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if you could just watch it like a movie, like you're watching Ben-Hur or something. But you don't want to be in the chariot going around the Coliseum, and hell no. Yeah, it's working pretty good now. Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, I haven't had an issue recently with it. I'm trying to close some tabs here. I've been fighting cyber squatters all day. I think we'll just stay right here. I don't want to mess with too many things. Cancel that. All right, there we go. Hey, Karen Smith, nice to you. Been woken at 4 or 5 by thunder, but not getting to see lightning. I've seen it many times. That's what woke me up at, I guess, about 7:15 this morning. Was a terrific clap of thunder. Was so loud, and it set off all the car alarms in the neighborhood. The dogs were barking, gone crazy. Thank you, Pizza Kitty. Much appreciated. People say my mouth is too big for my face and my eyes are too big for my face. Go figure. And good evening, Jeffrey D. Nice to see you. Thank you for your nice comments. And if you didn't see, I took the camera out, and for the first time for an hour on Fremont Street, I just focused on photography. I'll give myself a C plus for, I'll give myself an A for effort due to the heat, but a C plus. But I think you might enjoy watching that over on the Murphy channel. I have maybe 30 photographs out of about 50 that I took. I'm up late tonight. You can't sleep. Yeah, you're over in the UK, aren't you? Hugs, Lisa Ann. How are you? But the humidity is off the chain here. That's the thing that just sweating through. You talk about under boob sweat. Focused on booty. There were a few scenes I tried to capture. I was more interested in the guys and how they were between the gals and things, and how interesting their comfort or discomfort level, their forced smiles and things like that, and the wife's watching the hands and things like that. So I've seen a lot of booty in my lifetime, but looking at the reactions of them. Craig said, got this big important envelope from government. Thought it was IRS. I opened a big folder from the Democrat Party. I was relieved it was not the IRS. Good night, Jeff. I think that the Republicans are just as guilty. They try to make things look very official so that you will absolutely open it and you will not throw that away. Like Publishers Clearinghouse has a million things printed on the outside of the envelope, but don't throw this away. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Jen, it's just called An Hour on Fremont Street. Big time underoos at baby powder and my bra. I guess that would work pretty good. Some people, I think, even use cornstarch. I'm okay. It's not, maybe a little bit, I don't know, on there. But it's we're not used to humidity out here. So even though the temperature, I think it got up to about 93 or 95 once the sun came out, but the humidity has people using their air conditioners. If we go off, it'll be because California is instituting a rolling blackout, which could happen anytime until 11 p.m. Anytime from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. They've already given warning. They can pull the big switch, in which case you'll know exactly what happened. I am off the air. How you doing, Timothy Martin? Good to see you. Hello, Ronnie Braun. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you. So they could pull that switch at any time. They've already sent the alert out. I don't know exactly how they word it. It's very ominous. Let me see what it. Yeah. Rotating power outages likely to occur Monday afternoon and evening. PG&E urges customers to conserve electricity in response to the California Independent System Operators statewide flex alert for Monday from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Be prepared for a series of flex alerts amid forecasts of extended above normal temperatures. Extreme heat is forecast through the middle of the week. I looked at the weather. It looks like we're going to be hitting 100 through the whole week. Prolonged heat through Thursday is expected to drive electricity demand higher. Outages are estimated to last 1 to 2 hours. Reason for outages: rotating outages become necessary when the grid is unable to meet minimum contingency reserve requirements. So they go on all this blah blah blah. Uh, turn off your service. So we're urgently advising you to reduce your electricity at this particular time. Well, I don't have AC here. I do use a fan. I have LED lights, so my power consumption, provided that somebody's not here taking half-hour showers, it's costing a fortune with the electric water heater out in the shine shack. Everything is usually okay. I did my laundry very early this morning. Plus, a lot of offices are closed down now, right? But a lot of people are working from home, so I don't know. Maybe homes are less efficient than offices. Don't worry about power. You light up my life. You give me hope. Yeah, I do have a generator, right? I have a I have multiple generators here. I have a 2,800 watts Odin generator that I inherited after the van build. That I just have to, it would take me about a day to get that thing functional and operating again. And I have a 2,000 watt PowerMate portable generator, so I'm able to generate enough power to at least run keep the refrigerator going here. So the Jackery's pretty good. What about people who are on oxygen? I think they get. I don't know what it is. I think the power company may actually supply them with backup power units or something like that. So glad to see you on some Cornholio shit again. Stay fly, homie. Thank you, Chad. Stay chef. Stay fly. Yeah, I'm always staying fly. Just watched an old stream of yours. Okay, Kimmy. What does it feel like with electricity in there? It was very similar to, I feel very negatively charged on the ground. Okay. And they always tell you, if you get the sensation that the hairs on your arm or on the back of your neck are starting to stand up suddenly, then you're actually charging up like a big capacitor, a big electrolytic capacitor. And you should probably drop to the ground immediately because you're probably imminently in danger of being struck by lightning. Well, I've had that whole feeling for days and for different reasons. When I was in Vegas, you almost have the opposite. Excuse me, I have a piece of corn stuck in my throat. You almost have the opposite of cold weather when you get goosebumps. The temperature can get so hot because remember, the temperature that you're seeing on a thermometer, like on top of Binion's Hotel, is in a shaded box. Okay, it's painted white. It's the shade temperature there. But when you're standing in the sun, it's and your body's absorbing heat. I'm sure it's degrees higher than that in the sunlight, and you can literally feel not cold goosebumps, but hot goosebumps because your skin is trying to increase the evaporative area cooling power by actually raising little bumps on your skin for more surface area, and it almost feels like your skin's crawling. And now I got back with the charged atmosphere here. Probably going to last through the week. I have the same feeling, not the goosebumps, but the hair is like standing up. It's weird. Yeah, flux capacitor. You need a generator. Well, I got one for travel, and I ended up just deciding to use it for home use here. I'm glad I bought it. Hi, Raquel. Acid reflux capacitor. Well, a capacitor is an electronic component that's designed to store up a very big charge within its aluminum casing. it's like a battery, but instead of discharging slowly, it lets it all out at once. Kaboom! And they're very dangerous. You pick up a charged big electrolytic capacitor like I did in high school, and it blew me on my ass halfway across the engineering laboratory. That's how powerful they are, and you know the ground and your body's all being charged up too with that potential energy, and you know that positively charged lightning bolt is looking to discharge that power, and it's looking for its highest potential ground negative. And if you're it, let me tell you what, your wig's gonna be flying. All right, that's for damn sure. I'm gonna go up tomorrow and check the manhole cover up on the Avenue of Love here, because I'm quite sure that's where the lightning bolt hit this morning when I was going down the road, and I'm thinking that that manhole cover may be partially fused within its holding rim there. So Chippendale at Mascom, I would take a dance. There you go, Jeffrey. 130 in Death Valley. Stay safe in Santa Rosa for me. I'll see you soon. Okay, Kimmy, take care. Home Depot, Lowe's are sold out on AC units. You know that's the way it is. Right, we have this rush. Luckily, a fan does me just fine. Uh, I don't know what the temperature wasn't. That woke up. It was fairly cool. I felt like crap though. It was humid, but yeah, I don't even think it was 70 degrees till about 10 o'clock this morning. It was pretty comfortable. So, what is that tingling between my legs? Just being a smartass. Love, maybe it's love, love, exciting and new. Come aboard, I've got a tingle for you. That's your love boat, baby. What type of spots do you metal detect without having permission? A good question. Great question, Chad. Place I don't suggest is, I mean, if you might find a ring occasionally, but the worst places to go, like I go to parks and things once in a while because it's easy. It's the low-hanging fruit, but you're going to get change. You might get a piece of jewelry occasionally. My greatest single finds, without a doubt, whether it's silver half dollars, whether it's gold chains, whether it's medallions from the 1915 Panama Pacific exhibition here, pill rings from the 1890s or whatever, the space between the street and the sidewalk, that is public property. They're called tree wells. And when you think about it, you go to an old section of the city where people have gotten in and out of automobiles since the 1920s and teens, the 1900s, and gotten out of horses and things like that. They reach into their pocket to grab keys and they drop some coins on the ground. That has been 100% the most fruitful places to metal detect. My greatest finds have come out of those tree wells. Okay? Great. Now, sometimes, as you see on some of my metal detecting videos, I'll occasionally have somebody come out of their house. They'll have a little objection to it. Hey, what are you doing? That's my property. No, it's not your property, but you're responsible for keeping it up. Now, if somebody's going to be very confrontational about that, then I just move on, especially if they have nice plantings. I'm not going to go in there with flowers, but if it's bare dirt and stubby grass and things like that, and I leave things in better shape than I found it. I leave that in better shape than I found it. Now, some cities like Sonoma, because of all the history, their center park in the middle of town, there's no metal detecting allowed. The city of San Jose, it's illegal to metal detect in the city of San Jose. The city of Santa Rosa has no restrictions on metal detecting out here. Yep, Chad, the very best place. I can show you some of my. I have videos on it, but. I don't know where in the hell it went. I don't know. Shoot. Where the hell did that thing go? Oh, here it is. I've probably gotten about $2,000 worth of common change over 15 years or whatever. That's not unusual. But I have this box which has some of my greatest finds. Rolex, right? Non-working. Okay. I left a Rolex watch, right? All right. Here's the gold chain that I found, stamped right on it, 22 karat gold, right on there. Found that in a tree well, along with the solid gold little cross that came with that. This paid for my metal detector right there. Okay, and that was found at a bus stop about 2 inches down. Okay. What else I got? all kinds of weird little good, more AA coins than you can shake a stick at. Lots of silver found in the found between the curb of the street and the grass, right down, straight down like that. Good day too, 1927 S. Look at this pill ring. In the old days, if you had to take a pill, if you were a lady, you would just open that up and out would pop your little pill. I thought that was a very, very cool find. I don't know what that stone is on it, but it's definitely a gemstone on the inside. Hey, that's mine! Yeah, yeah! There it is. Isn't that cool? Sterling silver cigarette holder. No doubt from the 1920s or 30s era. Very ornate. Pretty cool. All kinds of they call this Indian jewelry with the I don't know what the hell, I can't remember what the stone is called. Turquoise. Yeah, you could use it for poison. It was certainly used in movies, right? Kiss me, darling. I found more AA coins. Even in the backyard here, I found 2 Australian pennies, 1952, which was really weird. You can't really see it because it's dark, but that's a kangaroo. Kangaroo on there. Right on the Rancho, along with a silver dollar, 1964. I actually found 2 of those. Coins. 2 of them. And they were big. I'm trying to find the other one. I found a lot of sterling silver. Religious medals and things here. We have a lot of Mexicans in the community that wear them. Now this is really a nice find. This is a ring that really has a beautiful, it looks like amethyst in there, and it's very highly decorated. It has some tiny diamonds set around it. Maybe you can see that. Okay. A blue sapphire, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I don't think the focus range of this is good. But that's worth a few bucks. That's uh, more of this kind of Indian jewelry here. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't call it. Trying to find that. I never did figure out what the hell this thing was. Like a tradition of service. It's some kind of I don't know, some kind of county sheriff's department medal or some kind of weird. You never know what you're gonna find. Never got no idea what the hell you're gonna find. Lots of rings and stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with that. I'm trying to find that. I don't know where that hell that thing went. I had a medallion from the 1915 Panama Pacific exhibition. Nice silver chain there. Yeah, the other kangaroo coin. I don't know where in the hell that thing. Maybe I sold that thing. I might have sold that. This was pretty weird. This was a San Francisco part of a letter opener. The base of it, it's got a little precious stone in there. What the hell I did with that thing? Oh well. I found quite a few silver coins. Usually 5 or 10 silvers a season. Good old Lee Gordon, the pride of the county out here. NASCAR, little lockets, stuff like that. Just tons and tons and tons of rings there. No, I've never done the along the ocean. No, I haven't. I'd like to sometime, but you got to go where the action is. You need to go where people get in and out of vehicles all the time. That's where you're going to find the greatest stuff. People come home drunk, and oh, here it is. You probably can't see this. This is 1915 Panama Pacific exhibition. Medallion. I don't know if you'll be able to, probably not focus on that, but it's Cloystone. Probably can't really see it, but it says San Francisco 1915 Panama Position Exhibition. And what this was, they didn't sell you a ticket. You bought a ticket. But instead of a ticket, you got a ribbon that would hang, this red, white, and blue ribbon that you would wear. Maybe you can see that a little bit now. It's got the sun. This was before the Golden Gate Bridge, so it's got the sun just rising over the space there. This is my favorite find of all time. Reason being, so you would wear this. This would prove that you paid your admission to the fair to go into the Panama Pacific exhibition. Now, what's interesting about this is in 1915, Santa Rosa was the home of Luther Burbank, who was called the plant wizard. He was the most inventive plant, before there was genetic engineering, things like that. He crossbred things, developed pluots, he developed the Shasta daisy, he developed the Burbank russet potato that we use for French fries these days. He had raspberries that had no color to them because people would stain their clothes and teeth. He thought, well, I'm gonna make a raspberry or blackberry that has no color to it, and he did. It was a clear one, but it looked ugly in a pie, so nobody ever went for it. But at the time, in 1915, he was thought so highly of in the world, they even have a postage stamp in him. And I've done some videos over at the Burbank Gardens and things. He was so world renowned that when the Panama Pacific Exhibition took place in 1915, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Harvey Firestone took a train from San Francisco to come visit him up in Santa Rosa, and they have all the pictures and things of them meeting in the newspaper and stuff. But I suspect that somebody that was along with the party, because this was found in the park across from his home, I suspect that when people came up to part of the entourage to come with them, that they walked to the park across the street, Juilliard Park, and probably one of them lost a ribbon, and the ribbon degraded, and all that was left was this. I like to imagine the story that went with it, so I like to think that that's pretty cool. So hello, Libra. So that's a lot of silver in there. That's a lot of other stuff. You know, some big things. See, big stuff like that. There's just, you know, lots of lots of silver coins. But like I tell you guys, you're not going to find it in parks. You're not going to find it in schools. If I had to give people one piece of advice, it would be search those tree wells. Search those areas between the street and the sidewalk. That's where I've always had my greatest success. Sounds like a lot of. This is probably about 8 pounds of stuff in here. I have this little. I don't know. Somebody gave me this on YouTube. It's one of these leaded, really nice. And I've held all of my little treasures in there over time. The better stuff. Other things I've filled up big, you know, these big old candy jars full of coins and stuff that I've dug at. They hate me at the coin store. Every December I go in and dump it out, and they're all nasty coins. You doing collect a lot of cool things? Are you into firearms? I do have a, of course I do have firearms here on the rancho. I generally don't talk about them in light of YouTube's policies and things, but I have a 9mm Beretta that I have here with the extended round mag that's now legal again in California. The Court of Appeals overturned California's ban on magazines greater than 10 rounds. So looks like I'm in like tree wells. A tree well is defined as the area between the curb and the sidewalk. Now, not every town has tree wells. Older towns tend to have tree wells. Newer homes tend to have no space between the sidewalk and the street because it's, you know, more people in the world today viewed as wasted space. So you go to older neighborhoods that have those tree wells. Maybe the old lady will come running out and what the hell are you doing? I'm metal detecting. You can't metal detect. Yeah, I can. This is public property, right? So, but it rarely happens. Because I'm very neat. That's a tree well, okay? That's space. Now, like I said, if somebody has flowers, that there's ivy or things growing there, I'm not going to go in there and start upending and shoveling out. Okay, I just bypass and just go to areas where it's stubby and just dirt and things like that. Have you thought about taking anything to be appraised? I don't really want to. I just want to keep it. Because it represents 15 years of 15 years of metal detecting. So yeah, it's a nice hoard. I've turned in thousands of dollars of coins. And is it okay if I detect in your house? The problem you're going to hit a lot of metal within nails and screws and things like that. Show us your guns. I'm not going to show you my guns, Jason. I'm not going to do that on YouTube. I'm not one of those people that needs to pretend I'm a badass and brandish my firearms on YouTube. No, I've never been one to do that. The only time I ever, $30 for the pill ring. It seems a little light to me for that. The only time I ever brandished a weapon was when I believed that somebody had hopped over the back fence when I was bikini baking one night. When the man who shall not be named was here, and I think somebody hopped over the fence. I think that's good advice, Chad. Do that. I don't think you'll do bus stops. You'd be amazed. Get a map like I went out and I bought a map from 1964 Santa Rosa. And I looked at what was around then. So I don't waste my time with new developments. I'm out where the old streets are, pre-clad coins. I'm out where there's silver still in the ground, and it's paid off big time for me. So nice to see you, BB and John. Yeah, I'd rather keep things like that. Yeah, I like to keep that. Metal detecting is a lot more work than people think. I'm good for about 2 hours. I did the homeless camp. I found that little mood ring in there that was pretty cool, and part of a religious medallion, and enough change to make it worthwhile over there. So a lot of people enjoyed that video. Go to the range with it. I've done videos, Madowix. Have you ever looked at my channel page? I have a whole playlist called "Girls and Their Guns," where I've been out on the range. From we were been out there, gone out there for 5 years. There I am in the shooting position, good form. All right. I've been a gun owner since on and off since 1979. There's my favorite shot right there. I have a really good forward stance, feet apart, two hands on the weapon, and a great stance. That. Been doing that a long time, going all the way back to picking up our firearms, and that dealer burned to the ground in the 1917 fire. So there's so much stuff on the playlist. There's 6,000 videos. I've removed over 3,000 videos, but there's still tons on there. Got a metal detector. I got one, two from. I missed two of his going out metal detecting. It's a lot of fun. I'm good for about 2 hours, and then could I used one when I lived in downtown. If you're in a really historical town like Sonoma, where the Bear Republic was, which was independent nation for about 4 days, they declared independence from Mexico, and then the United States came in and said, "I don't think so. Welcome to the Union." That's where the California flag comes from with the bear, and it says Bear Republic. Well, that's sacred ground right there in California, and they don't allow people to metal detect there. If you're in Savannah, the Ladies Guild, their wigs would be flying if they saw you metal detecting out there. Okay. The trick is there's out on the streets away from city center and places like that, it's still older areas. You could probably metal detect out there. Yeah, well, in my time, the FS-92, it was standard Marine Corps issue Beretta 9mm. So that's my go-to weapon. See the range, shoot in your bikini. Scotty London, how you doing, Scotty? Yeah, bikini shooting. I think the range master would like that old crusty Navy vet. Really a pissy guy. I've seen people get kicked off of the range, and boyfriends come out after Christmas time. They got their Christmas present, and they have this little 90-pound Asian girlfriend, and they tell her, "Oh, this is cool. Don't worry about it. Just hold it. It'll be fine." And they get knocked on their ass backwards. And the range master goes crazy and gives him the royal boot and bans him forever. You're the most interesting, smart, likable. Oh, thank you, Pizza Kitty. Detect after people been to the beach and drop coins and rings. Yeah, no national parks allow you to metal detect. Forget that. You know, because people would be all over Gettysburg and places like that, tearing up the place. Yeah, a lot of people do that on the beach. I'm always attracted to cities and metal detecting cities. There will be people when they're tearing up asphalt. Say you're in downtown Baltimore and they're going to be tearing up a street to put down new new asphalt or do put down sewer mains or something like that, or totally rebuild the whole street. The metal detectors will flock to that once they've taken off the asphalt and the cobblestone underneath. Then they'll be in there with metal detectors. They'll find colonial coins, English silver, all kinds of crap down there when they take off the uh, when they take off the street covering. You'll just see loads of metal detectors roll into there and do that. Glock 19, it's popular. It wasn't right for me. My Beretta was right for me. It had a better hand feel. My favorite weapon is the 38 Police Special, the Smith & Wesson. Could you shoot blanks in the backyard legally? Yeah, of course you could. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Randy, how you doing? But I don't generally talk about that stuff on the channel because a lot of people don't want to discuss firearms and things like that, which is fine. But I've got plenty of weaponry laid in here, so I'm good. I'm good to go. Good to go. I need to drop that off and have that surfaced though. That's what my ex carried. 9mm, too big for my hand. He loved it, and so did my dad. I love it because it balances well in my hand, but it's not like a Glock. A Glock will eat any ammunition. The Beretta is more like a Ferrari. Ferrari. It's a little finicky about, you know, it hates Remington. It doesn't mind federal aluminum, federal brass casing, doesn't mind the Winchester, but put that Remington and it top hats and eject jams and stuff like that. Yeah, there's some links on there, so thanks. Not much I really uh, talk about, but I should go out again. I enjoy doing that with Missy Jen. I should go out to the range. I might try to do that this weekend if it's open. If it's open, that's the key. That's the key for that. Best find ever was on a job site. The lot contained an old barn where people shot dice. Yeah, probably found 50 silver coins. Best place I found wasn't silver, but there was a place where the Oddfellows had their annual carnival 50 years ago or whatever, and they must have had a booth where they sold 10-cent tickets there. I just pulled up dozens and dozens and dozens of dimes out of the ground there. Have you ever shot a? No, I've never shot a Browning 9mm. I've never done. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated, guys. I'd like to try to get to 100 tonight. I'm not a gun enthusiast. I'm a person that just enjoys having one really good piece and being very proficient with that weapon. That's I'm not a collector. I'm just a person that wants to have one great, dependable weapon with me. I have a BB gun. I could shoot someone and give someone. Yeah, you could. BB guns can be can be painful. But that's my take on metal detecting, guys. It's a great hobby. You have to be ready for confrontations. I have tons of videos of guys coming on to me at the park and looking for hookups, and it's funny shit on there. You know, you got to look at the metal detecting playlist. There's some real classic Rosie stuff on there. Some of my greatest hits in metal detecting. Try not to wear the Daisy Dukes too much in the white tops. Super Soaker, that you're a force to be reckoned with. That's pretty cool. Maybe a Nerf gun. So for me, it's strictly, it's not a thing to come on YouTube and to look like tough gal, and it's just, you know, the smartest gun owners are the ones that keep it very low key and just keep themselves proficient on it and know the ins and outs of that weapon. So, and we have a sticker on the front door, the front of the house, says there's nothing worth dying for in this house, and it's like, yeah, it's like the JC's dime toss or something like that. Hey, Mrs. Zombie. Yeah, Patricia says I'm not a big gun fan since one was pulled on me. I would imagine that would unnerve you a little bit. Imagine that would unnerve you a little bit for sure. And I feel really sorry. That's the most powerless situation that I think a human being can find themselves in, besides a sex crime of, unfortunately, rape or something like that. But to be staring down the barrel of a weapon, and, you know, oftentimes the person that's brandishing it is almost more nervous than you are, and you don't know whether that's your last minute on planet Earth right there when you come around a corner and bam. You calling chooching and seeing that dude in the tree? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, somebody's going to go together and somebody's going to put together my greatest chooching hits one day. My greatest metal detecting hits, including the man who shall not be named out in the desert out there. So, what? Pizza Hut is bankrupt? You got to be kidding me! Pizza Hut should be. Pizza should be flying out of there. Narce's going to be crying. Do you know about kitty cats? What do you mean kitty cats? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Pizza Hut? Aren't they part of Pepsi-Cola company? Cars cause bodily harm. We should work on banning all cars. Yeah. I'm just saying, for somebody like Patricia Wakefield that has a weapon pulled on her, it's a very it's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 100 in terms of anxiety, and time must slow down to a crawl. And you don't know at that moment if you're gonna leave alive or not. Funniest vid was that vid with the yeah. You thank Missy Jen. Darren, I used to be on TR Prepper's weekly chat. We talked guns, gears, politics for years, and I absorbed a lot from those guys. Great crew of people. Learned a lot about prepping. It's where I really met Mouse Toes on that channel. And learned a lot more about firearms. I remember I got admitted to the FBI Academy in 1991. Okay. I passed the written test, and then you had to go out to, I don't know what the hell it was, Catonsville Community College in Baltimore, and you had to do like 2 miles in 15 minutes around a track, and you had to do pull-ups and push-ups and all that stuff. But I was already in Hong Kong by the time the letter came welcoming me to enroll in Quantico. So, yeah, pepperoni up to 300 Pizza Huts will be closed. Time we are sheltering and eating at home. Isn't that weird? Yeah, hot August nights, Sean. Isn't that weird? But if you pop an intruder, wouldn't you end up being charged or at least spend ages? Don't ever shoot somebody outside of your house. Okay, if you do, drag them inside. Okay, your liability goes up explosively if it's outside. Okay, but if it's coming within the context of your home, then there'll still be investigations and things, and but you have much more shield from any liability on that. Said Monday from that. Okay, that's a franchisee. Come to an agreement. Okay, because Pizza Hut isn't Pizza Hut part of Pepsi Cola Corporation? Am I wrong on that, Cheryl? Am I wrong? Used to love lunch at a dine-in Pizza Hut. That's sad. Yeah, Pizza Hut. I had my worst pizza. My worst food review was at Pizza Hut. It was almost like a prison Pizza Hut. It was all black walls, and they didn't give you napkins, and it was terrible. Okay, so NPC owns 1,225 Pizza Huts, 380. Okay, yeah, so they're just in a they're like a sub franchisor, master franchisor. Then fight and flight in. I run, hide behind a redwood trunk. They came by. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I would have been a smart detective, but the problem with that, yeah, the problem with that is when you join the FBI, they're going to put you. It's like any other organization. You're going to start at the worst office, and it's like you're going to be, just tell you people up front. They have the classroom. You're sitting around. They're telling you all that you're having a FBI agent talk to you. You had to be a college graduate. You used to have either a law degree or an accounting degree. And now you needed to be a college graduate. You had to take this examination. And tell you when you start out, you're going to be put in the worst city in America. You're going to be either put in Baltimore, Detroit, Newark, New Jersey, whatever. You ain't going to be sitting around Dallas, Texas, or Omaha, whatever the hell. Yeah, KFC, Taco Bell, all big one company. Huts are just owned. Yeah, they're owned by a franchise, so I don't think Pizza Hut itself is. Pepsi Cola has gone great guns. I mean, they're a great corporation. They ain't gone anywhere. I shoot shots at them as if a home invasion. Um, they keep pushing in California against gun laws. They keep pushing for more gun laws, but they've pushed so far now that the Court of Appeals is starting to push back, like on the extended round magazines, and California tried to ban them, and now that's been reversed and overturned by the Court of Appeals. It's infringing on your rights. Pink Pistol Pro. Okay, Darren. Yeah, I need your advice, please, and thank you. Okay. It was hotter than hell coming home. Hotter than hell. It was 100. It ranged from. I left Las Vegas. It was about 99 degrees. I left at 7:30 in the morning. By the time I got to Baker, it was about 109 degrees at about 11 o'clock. And then I dropped down into the Central Valley in Bakersfield. It was 109 degrees down there. It never exceeded 109 the whole way up. Went over the Altamont Pass with all the smoke and fires into the Bay Area, dropped into the Bay Area. And the temperature went down to about 88 degrees. And then I came up north from San Francisco up into the wine country, and the temperature went back up to like 90, 97 degrees or something like that. So. My son dropped out of high school. Just got influenced. Upper management. Close up the through. Okay, yeah, the franchisor just can't do. Yeah, Yum Foods is. Yeah, Yum Foods. I don't know if they're like Denny's or what they are. Domino's. I think Domino's is doing great. Put you in a room watching 50 monitors of Jeffrey Epstein's house. It's like any organization. Your risks are gonna be highest when you're starting out. They're gonna put you in the worst locations, but they need people that have good brains and people that are perceptive about people, and they like people that grew up on the streets and in big cities and things too, because they come in with some street smarts to them. Yeah, PepsiCo is great. They got Frito-Lay, and they're an excellent company. Excellent company. What about the local pizzeria? They're doing okay, but they can't really compete on price and delivery with like a Domino's or a Caesars, Little Caesars. Um, you know, it's really cheap. For a really good pizza in this area, you'll pay $20 to $30 for a top flight pizza. But down in Evil Pie, down, and you saw the video on the Murphy channel, Evil Pie down in Las Vegas was a piss poor pizza. Okay, you could tell there was a shortage of pepperoni. They hardly had anything on it. That was a $28 pizza. Yeah, pizza sales have exploded. Yeah. Oh, $1 billion in debt. You like the Quaker Oats guy? You know, I've woken up to worse sights in the morning, okay, than the Quaker Oats guy on the. Let me tell you, rolled over in bed a few times and whoa. And I'm sure they've done the same to me. Am I knowledgeable about cats? No. We had a couple cats when I was growing up, and when I first moved to California, we had a cat when the kids were little. God, that was 22 years ago or whatever. So, you know, like just a rescue cat from, you know, my kids went in and they wanted to pick the one cat. It was like a gray tabby cat. There were two of them. And they wanted the little girl cat, but the people had come before and they were all freaking out because the person picked up the girl cat and gave it to the people. And they were like, oh, wow. They're walking out the door and then they're like, oh, I feel sorry for the other cats all alone now. And yeah, let's go back and get the boy out there. And we did. Called him Twinkle. I don't know. I'm so original with names. Yeah, Rosie, Twinkle, right? And things like that. I like a lot of sauce on the pizza. I like a lot of sauce on the pizza. I did not appreciate Evil Pie at all. You want a good pizza in Vegas? Go to Boston Pizza. Down where Main Street splits off from Las Vegas Boulevard, right there. Delicious, good value, nothing famous about it, just damn good pizza. Trained your cat to sit. All right, roll over now. Mom and pops, but they just can't compete here, the mom and pops. You know, just can't do it. Just can't do it. I'm a dog person though. No offense to anybody with cats, but I like dogs. You know, I miss Georgie being around. Miss him a lot. I used to bust his balls, and we used to, you know, we used to get along good and have our good times. But there'll be a time I'll have a pet again, but that time is not this time with traveling and things like that. So my kitty was diagnosed with Oh no! I don't know what to tell you to do. Sometimes kidney failure comes from the food dry food or something like that. Blake Pizza in Vegas, I'll have to try. Blaze Pizza, I'll have to try that. Like the Chef Boyardee character better than the Quaker Oats guy. I always thought Uncle Ben was really cool looking on Uncle Ben's rice. I thought he was a really nice looking guy and a stellar looking dude. Get a beagle, but don't neuter. I like bigger dogs like labs, and they don't live as long, but they're so big and slobbery, and they can inflict great damage on you jumping up and hit your sack or so. Been so long, dudes. I'm doing well. Good to see you all. Great to see the wall of sound as a background. Thank you, dudes. Good to see you back. Dogs are very loyal, and yeah, remember seeing Wolfie on the old videos? My Malamute Shepherd mix. Yeah, I'll always regret not spending enough quality time with Wolfie. And could I have taken better care of Wolfie? Hell yeah. But I got so immersed and so deep in this project of renovating this shithole, pardon my language, when I moved in here. Gutting everything down to the studs in this place and pulling all new electric, all new plumbing, the works. New circuit breaker box, new lights, new everything here. Did he just took a back seat to a lot of I was working full time and trying to do that crap on the weekends and at nights. So I feel a little guilty about that. Wolfie was a great companion to me, so I miss him dearly. He's definitely a dog I would like to have a do-over with him, but when it came time, he was my companion for years. When it came time to put him down, and I have the video in what was that, June of 2014, I couldn't be there in that room at the end. Thank God Missy Jen was there. And then a year later, she had to put her own Mandy down, her own dog. I just could not be in there to say goodbye to Wolfie. It was bad enough I had to lift him up and carry him in. He couldn't even get on his feet anymore. I was devastated for a week. Well, I feel guilty, sassy girl. You know how I feel about living things. I can't even get rid of this bee's nest out here, right? I don't step on bugs. I don't, I have a lot of respect for living things, but I could have done a lot better with, Wolfie. But I'm just so absorbed with this job here. Yeah, I hung out with Wolfie all day. Yeah, Wolfie loved baths. Yeah. Lost many cat with kidney. Yeah, we lost cat. Like, unfortunately, Twinkle the cat ended up on Stony Point Road. Uh, a neighbor's like, I think I saw your cat like a pancake up on Stony Point Road because it was old and I guess it kind of lost its mind and cats just go off to just die and he just walked out in the middle of the road and just got flattened. You know. Yeah, I think it was Cheryl. I just I learned a lot of lessons. Um, you know, if I could have a redo with Wolfie, that would be phenomenal. That would be that'd be my greatest joy in life to have a redo with him. But he had Missy Jen. Missy Jen was great because he couldn't hold his bowels anymore and just be dropping bombs on a line everywhere. And you know, I was still working, and Jen would have to deal with that day in day out. Then her dog had incontinence because of Addison's disease or whatever the thing is, cortisol deficiency or something like that. So I've had to carry dogs in a quill. Yeah, that was painful. To just know I was going to walk out of there without Wolfie. And often you can have it. I took him back to where he came from. You know, so you got a pizza. Yeah, you can rescue it. I would always get a rescue dog, Cheryl. I would always get a dog from a shelter. All of my, cats that we had growing up all came from shelters or wandered in off the street. The dogs were all out of shelters and things. So um, I like mixed breed. I like mixed breed dogs. I think they're happy. I like big slobbery dogs. Um, yeah, I will do that, Cheryl. I will definitely when my traveling days wind down and I'm doing more stuff here on the rancho. Then I will definitely be getting a pet. Yeah, the loss of a pet can be hard. That was hard to me because I felt really guilty at that point. Really, really guilty on that. They're so appreciative of being rescued. Yeah, and I like the dog. I'm not necessarily a big one, but you know, but the one it's maybe a little sad and it's used to be and it's like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree of the selection, right? It's the one missing a few needles or whatever, and kind of stooped over, and uh, my heart just naturally goes to those kind of dogs. I don't know who you're talking to, Don't Tread. You've got to define your question a little better, my man. You come in like real stupid. So, hey, what's up, Twink? How you doing? Nice to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, the Misfit toy. I like the one. I like the one. It's like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, right? The one that's a little, maybe a little sad, or else I like the real. I don't want one that's too hoppy. Make it like new again. We don't even know what you're saying, Serena. Are you even speaking English? You just sound so stupid. You know. God. What happened to the art of trolling, man? It really went downhill terribly. All right, let's see if we can get those thumbs up to 100 here. I just got no tolerance for that kind of nonsense. Now, tomorrow, yeah, Cheryl is a lovely female, just for your FYI. Um, I am going to, weather permitting, I don't want to be the lightning rod standing out in the middle of the field or whatever, okay? I got to be very careful of dry lightning and things like that. If the weather's decent, I can tolerate the heat. Anything below 100, 105 degrees is no problema to me. No issue at all. So I'm very tempted to travel. There's a place I can travel to tomorrow that I think that you might find very interesting here in wine country. And I'd like to kind of leave it as a little bit of a surprise. But stay tuned. I might be out early tomorrow and putting together a video. A place with some very interesting stuff to see. Combines a lot of different aspects of things that we enjoy talking about here on the channel. Shake it some more. There we go. Do you even speak English? Yeah, I mean, it's like they can't even put an intelligible sentence together anymore. It's like wow. I mean, you can tell the state of education has really collapsed in this country. Yeah, outstanding in your field. Either your staff at home. That's it. So yeah, it's English only in here. If you're gonna be ghetto illiterate, don't even bother coming in. Okay. No offense, but it's just the way it goes. We run a nice clean joint in here as I'm wiping the counter of the bar. So, yeah, I think you guys got that to look forward to tomorrow. I think it should be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to try to charge the drone up. My only risk of the drone is they encourage you not to fly a drone when there's a potential for lightning strikes or things like that. So I'm going to monitor that really closely tomorrow and see what the weather situation is. If there's any risk at all, I'm not going to put the drone up in the. I'm not going to put the drone in the sky. Hey, Ninth Element, good to see you. Let me grab a glass of water real quick. That's going to be a good trip tomorrow. One good thing about this, yeah, I know, Mrs. Zombie, I know. Good to see you, by the way. Sanitizing the chat as you go, yeah, because none of that stuff will ever appear on the replay. It'll be as if it never happened here, so. Thank you, Johnny West. I think it should be a pretty cool place. It's gonna be a merging of history, beauty, a very interesting place. Okay. The upside of this pandemic is because travel options are so limited now. In other words, I can't go on an extended road trip. That is forcing me to really work harder to come up with ideas that I think would be interesting for you guys that are fairly convenient for travel. So that's a good thing. Remember what Hemingway said: "Unlimited freedom is the enemy of creativity." Okay, so thumbs up 57. Thank you. We might get to 100. So I think that you'll enjoy that tomorrow. I like to incorporate. I don't like to separate out the B-roll stuff. I like to put it right within the video now. So yeah, Pizza Kitty. I hope everything goes okay. Yeah, I mean, we used to ever make it out to Boonville. I haven't really made it out there. I would like to go back to San Rafael again. They have a beautiful mission church down there. Interesting town. I'd like to go over to Stinson Beach, which is the white shark capital of our area, where people get attacked by great white sharks because they have to wear wetsuits in the ocean and things, and they think they're seals. It is okay. Yep, appreciate that, guys. Yeah, it's a nice night tonight. Good night. Nice chat. Thank you, Pizza Kitty. We'll all hope that everything goes well. Pets are very important to people, as people mentioned here. But I'm going to be very careful of the weather tomorrow. I don't want to take an enormous risk with potential of having see the drone get blown out of the sky. Could you imagine? Can you imagine, as thrifty as I am, you'd have to call 911, right? I can't move. I'm paralyzed. What the hell happened? Did you get struck by lightning? No, by a drone got blown out of the sky. All that for that? Like, you know how much that drone cost, man? Go to Death Valley, step outside the car for 10 minutes, go to Bolinas, film the secret gardens. Yeah, that's a little difficult to. It's a little difficult to get into. If I do go to Stimson Beach, you better believe I'll go to Bolinas, because it's right around. Just go south a little more and then turn east, and you're right in Bolinas there, right in that area. Uh, so I'd like to do that. Go down and see that particular area, and there's a potential to do an overnighter down there too, and to do some cooking. But I just have to play it by ear, because the state has cut off parking at a lot of these places. They don't want people at the beach. They don't want people at the parks. They don't want people anywhere. Okay, they don't want people. Their greatest horror scene is people congregated on the beaches, packed in like sardines and things like that. I've been in 110, but 130. I've been in. I think I probably topped out at 114. I've been 15 below zero with a 64 below wind chill in up in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Pennsylvania. That was mind blowing. It's the first time I went skiing. It blew so hard, the wind, you couldn't even go down the mountain on the skis. It would blow you backwards up the hill. Oh, you got married on Bolinas Beach right after surfing. Isn't that nice? Yeah, Ireland. Missy Jen is fine. She comments on my videos every day. She's enjoying her time off of YouTube. Just imagine that her and Jimmy Kimmel went on hiatus at the same time, right? Yeah, 15 below zero, 64 below wind chill, and it was a camping trip. Okay, Explorer Scouts, like freshman year of high school, and the adult leaders got so freaked out that we were outside sleeping in pup tents They came at it like 10 o'clock at night and got everybody the hell out of their tents and got them into the main Jesuit. It was called Bellarmine Hall, the main Jesuit house there, and fired up the coal fired furnace and stuff. So it was too damn dangerous. Never eat any seafood. Hey, Don and Joe, how you doing? So that's the extremes that I've been in. 114 degrees is the highest I've visibly seen on a thermometer when I'm around. But you never know. Out in the desert, I got in my car after videoing the deserted, abandoned water park, and my car was under a shaded little bush, and it was 117 degrees when I got in there. So you have these little pockets of heat. Good. Okay, maybe some CBD oils. Yeah, something. Hope it works out okay. Yeah, they got us out. We went skiing. I remember my father was along. He was, they would ask some parents to come along for a little extra help, and he got onto a toboggan with, they'd all been drinking. He got onto a toboggan, and they went like four of the adult people. They got on this toboggan, and they went over this jump. And while they were in the air, his foot came off of the toboggan, and somehow or another his ankle got underneath of the toboggan. So when it came down, all the weight of those four guys came down on top of that leg and shattered it. And I remember riding home with his foot in a bucket of ice, and he had to have a cast on. It's terrible. 121 in Hoover Dam back in 95. Yeah, it's a little crispy down there, Cobra John. Good to see you too. Hope you're holding up well in the heat. I don't think you're going out to Bonneville. Hey, Jackie Blue, how are you? Good to see you, sweetie. So we'll see. Let me see what they're saying. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be a really hot one here. Let me see. It's 83 degrees right now. That's not bad here. Let's see. No, it's 73 right now. See, it's really been nice. It's going to go down to 66 tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be 100 degrees, partly cloudy. So, rest of the week 100, 92, 91, 95, 92. So it's going to be in the 90s, low to upper 90s for as far as the eye can see. So it'll be crispier tomorrow, but I can deal with 100 degrees like nothing. Like nothing. Humidity is going to be 43%. So I can do that. 126 in Bullhead City. There you go, chef. Nice here tonight. I got the windows up. I got the fan going. I'm comfortable tonight. I went into Weed Whack for 2.5 hours. Oh, the World of Speed was canceled. That sucks. Damn. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Get me out of the house. I'm going to try to keep the momentum going on the channel. Keep the content rolling as I wait for this dreaded freaking pandemic and all this other craziness. Hopefully to come to an end. Although it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. I don't know. Most pandemics are measured in terms of years, and I know I got Chef out there with his French Birdman doctor outfit, and that could be a preview of coming attractions for years. And I think it's gonna be wild and woolly. Gonna be wild and woolly. Yeah, University of North Carolina halts in-person classes after outbreak. I just don't know why colleges are even trying to do it. Got to bring all those kids home again and all that crap. 50,000 cases a day. Whew. Boeing offers second voluntary layoff package to employees. Gold moving again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Viles, how you doing, honey? Yeah, I think the football time intent. Don't take out Viles. I just have to hide the F-bomb in there. That's all. No, I think I got on. I got to make sure that I didn't. I don't know. She make sure you bring Viles. Yeah, that was okay. We just didn't take that one. You get caught in my filter. You get caught in my filter. Good to see you, Viles. Hope you're doing good. Once died and a girl on Rocky Top. And the half girl, ooh, Rocky Top. And home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I love that song. Yeah, McCarron's laying off people, but I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm going to keep focusing on bringing travel content. YouTube's obviously steering more people towards that type of genre right now as relief from all the other stuff. Pizza, have you tried opera? Yeah, just I like college football. No problem, Val. No problem at all, honey. I know that you're very enthusiastic. You're a Tennessee gal through and through. You can't help it. Okay. We're just talking about travel plans coming up. How you doing, Hematite? Nice to see you. Hematite Onyx in the chat. Yeah, it's all good, Val. You're a superstar around here. So definitely looking forward to that travel. As far as if we do get a cool spell, I would like to do an overnighter in Sacramento. I think that would be interesting to go to Sac. Maybe an hour and a half drive from here. Pretty cool town. And maybe combine that with the next night in Auburn, which is a really cool town in the foothills of the Sierras up there. Beautiful, beautiful town. We need you. I know I can't read the house. You're good, Viles. You're gold. You on Hee Haw Rosie? That song was on that. That's the Tennessee Volunteers song, man. Rocky Top. That's it. Italy's having a ride. That's why I watch Italy very closely, Joey D, because they were the first ones to really come out of lockup and seem to have gone the longest without being in the news. The other one to really watch is Iran. What happens in Iran? They were one of the early. Iran and Italy were the first two real places that put COVID-19 on the map, along with China. Take care, Harley lady. Old Town Sac has a lot to offer, Cobra John. It's a very interesting place. You have the Delta King. I guess it's still sitting on the American River there. You know, there's some cool stuff in Sacramento. Did you say we are all to meet there? Where? You coming to Sacramento, Patricia? Hmm? Who in the hell was I talking to? They told me my favorite restaurant closed down in Sacramento. Yeah, make sure you sub up to the chef. Anybody else that is a content creator on here. So I'm not sure what you're asking, Patricia. Did you say we're all to meet there? I don't really know if I have any. Yeah, I've been to underground I've been all around Old Sac. It's been a few years. I like to go to the dive bar. There, they have the mermaids swimming through the glass tanks and stuff. It's pretty cool. Janet, the boss, and I and Bobby, we went to a dinner on the Delta King, and I was walking down those steps in the Grand Salon coming down, and I tripped coming down the steps. I caught myself, but God, that was spooky. Good old Rocky Top. Yeah, Madeline Loving. She reminds me of my own traveling mama. There you go. Cooler today, 95. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, Chef. We love your channel, man. We love your personality. We love the mojo you bring to it. Um, yeah, I like to see the dishes that you put together. I get a good glimpse of your life. I think you'd be a very interesting person to interview and to do a cinematic feature of you cooking. I think that would be pretty wild. I think you're a very good-looking guy, and you would be a perfect guy to do a little B-roll thing on. I think it would be great. Oh, okay, Patricia. Oh, I'd love to meet people. I hope somebody contacts me. I know HX Amber. She follows the Amber Lynn channel or whatever. She lives up that way. I'm gonna have to try to dig out her contact info. She said she'd get together. Yeah, there we go, Janet. All eyes were on Rosie on the staircase. That was good. That was still the best dessert we ever had, wasn't it, Janet? The flourless chocolate cake. Wasn't that amazing? I can still taste that. I can still taste that. Still is. As soon as they shut the restaurant back in the spring, Cheesecake Factory shut. They went from highly successful to closed. It's weird. Um, a lot of restaurants aren't going to make it here. People are fatigued. They're tired of the degraded dining experience. Less and less people are ordering food to be delivered now. It was almost like a novelty thing for a while, but now the financial aspects are digging in a little bit on people, and they're starting to tighten up. It was delicious. It was a great meal. I'd love to stick Chef. Could you imagine Chef in Kitchen Stadium? Could you imagine that? I gotta do one on the road, right? We gotta set up in a park in an evening, hopefully this fall. Uh, as I make my way through the Southwest, to get set up in a local park and have Chef, set up all the equipment, some lighting and stuff, and have Chef just do his thing in Kitchen Stadium. That would be phenomenal. They have a couple of outstanding. They have the Railroad Museum of the West, which is great down there, which is really wonderful. The problem is, Joey D, that on YouTube, my experience is people want to see the YouTubers on video and stuff like. They don't really care about my experience. I've done dozens of museums over the years. I live streamed at the Ford Museum, which was great. But when you put things up about museums and things, there's a lot of people that won't, because they just think museums are boring and stuff like that. So you need to have story. You need to have story with your vlogs. Yeah, it's almost like they knew something with an inside tip. You love to see me cook, huh? What can we do? Wanted to be with Chef and oh me, oh my, there we go, there we go, Vols. Woo! That would be cool. Hello, Fraggle Frenzy. Welcome aboard to night. I like to cook, but I like to do, like, I love a stir fry. I've done the stir fry, like the shrimp stir fry, but I love it to pieces. It's a simple dish, but it's delicious. Delicious. Love it. Love it. I love the hot dogs on the grill in the hotel parking lot. Classic. So I love to cook. Some people complained I got off too early last week with repeating the hamburger thing again. And I will tell you, they weren't quite as good as these, but they were pretty doggone delicious. Oh, thank you, Vols. I appreciate that, sweetie. So Friday night, um, I'm gonna try to find something. I feel like having some beef or something. I feel like doing some beef. Like I don't know. I gotta kind of think about things a little bit. Yay! I can play piano. Can you play the 12th Street Rag for me? You have a kitchen in the Little Rascal. I carry that stove that we've been using since October, and I do have videos of me cooking outside in like Petaluma and uh, Point Reyes Station. I have done cooking on the outside. That's my travel stove. I got a Coleman table that sets up. I've got uh, dishes, pots and pans, everything. Scootet Squad. I've never heard of them before. My God gracious, that dinner in Vegas. Wasn't it? Did you like that, Vols? Made possible by viewers like you, which was great. I'm just sorry I did not take my new to me camera in there. Um, uh, I could have used a better low light setup, but you got the effect of the whole. It was wonderful. It was a beautiful, beautiful night that I will remember for forever. When I go to next time I go to Vegas. I'm not sure who's Scooter. I never heard of Scooter. I think he forgot the teriyaki sauce on the burger. Yeah, Joey D, that's what was missing. Yeah, yeah, you can play anything, anytime, like that. I play by ear. Yeah, send me details on their princess and a channel link so I can vet that. That was breathtaking. I kind of enjoyed that myself. But I did make this decision, Vols. I will not go down in that heat again. Like June June 15th will be my cutoff point, absolute drop dead point of not going into Vegas again. And probably September 15th. Uh, thank you, sweetie. Go Vols! Thank you, honey. You've done so much for me on this channel. Thank you, sweetie. I did that for you. Okay. You don't know anything. Thank you very much, sweetie. Thank you. You have to send me the. No, just it's. I don't. You'd have to send this stuff. I don't go committing my. I rarely go on panels or anything like that for interviews. Audio and video, good. Send it to me. I would love that. Beef. Yeah. Why don't we do Ninth Element? Why don't we do some fajitas? Maybe I'll roll out my own tortillas. How about I make my own corn tortillas? How would that be? Thank you, Vols. Much appreciated, honey. Very sweet. Yeah, send me. Yeah, send me the channel link of what the channel is, and take it for. I love you. Like, oh, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, Vols has been a great friend of this channel on a lot of different levels, and I'm very, very, very appreciative of her. Love her to pieces. So that video was a flickering candle and big old ribeye. Thank you, sassy girl. It was just one of those experiences that as you advance a little more in photography and videography and start to move into cinematography, uh, quality becomes more and more important. And you never want to feel like you're taking a step backwards. But all I had was really just I didn't want to be a dick and wielding this big camera in there. But now I kind of regret that I didn't. But it served the purpose. It served the purpose. Yeah, why don't I might try to make, might do the whole thing. Okay, Ninth Element, you're on. We're going to do a beef fajita. I'm going to invite Bobby over, see if he wants to come over. And, um, yeah, maybe just some refried beans. I'm not going to make them myself, but maybe just some ranch beans or something like that would be good. Mr. X loved to make fajitas. He'd even do fish. Okay, 9 more until 100. Yeah, if we could hit 100, that would be great. Do some beans and rice. You got to pre-cook the rice for something like that. I'm not sure if I'll do. You guys really want to put me to the test? Don't do Spanish rice. I'm more like rice-a-roni. Rice-a-roni. The San Francisco treat, saute and simmer. The flavor can't be beat. Yeah, Cheryl, you can check out their gown. I have no fit in the gaming channel at all, so. Come over, but I'm 2,000 miles away. I was so scared for you and the chooch the other night. I had to stop watching. Remember, Lisa, I got good street smarts. Sometimes I'm stupid. Sometimes I do stupid crap. But I have a great sense of when. I have this sixth sense that tells me, like, we're coming down to the end of that alley. And normally I walk on, then I go to the end, and I walk across the street to the 7-Eleven, and then we come back the other way or come back Charleston Avenue. But that night, the further I went down that alley, the more I saw young guys hanging out on the streets and stuff and looking bored. And you got to face it, once in a while people just want to F with you when you're on the street, okay? And, plus I didn't want to push my left foot. I should make a movie called My Left Foot. Oh, yeah, they did that, right? Daniel Day-Lewis, so. Sorry, if the channel's legitimate, you can send me, there's the email. I can make it like new@gmail.com. I have nothing to do with gaming, no Fraggle. It just seems like a wrong fit. No, you do that was, well, yeah. Yeah. But notice I turned around, right? It ended up being a 2-hour chooch, but it was a great chooch. But I turned it around. And I'm not going to subject Mr. Z. And I told you, Lisa, the complexion of the streets changed radically. Okay? Before the Vegas Metro was ruling with an iron stick. Okay, now you hardly see any police presence out there. I got fresh saffron. That's expensive as hell, yeah. Now the police showing up are non-existent. That's what I'm saying. So I've had to really calm down. Like, do I want to be provocative in Oakland? Well, of course I want to see Handsome Robert. I'd like to invite him up to a kitchen stadium or something like that. Maybe when Tara comes up, we'll put her to work in Kitchen Stadium, and then Mr. Z when he comes up in October. And I've heard some rumblings that Monkey Boy wants to come up too, so we will see. Yeah, you got to always trust your instincts. There comes a point, my years of, growing up in Baltimore, and I know exactly when the shape of things just start. It's like certain people can look at cloud formations and know there's a likelihood of a tornado, so you don't really mess with it too much. Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be awesome to meet you? Next Vegas trip, Go Vols will be there. I want to experience life, honey. Woo! Hit that pool, honey. You know what a beautiful time of year to go down is around Christmas time, provided I don't have this. I got this stupid jury duty thing that I postponed because of Cornholio, but um, December is a wonderful time to go down to Vegas when the hotels are all beautifully decorated and it's so cheery. It's so nice. Baby food. Okay, Pizza Kitty. Good, good. Thank you, Fraggle Frenzy. Yeah, I'm from the mean street, so I've got a good sense. Uh, and I don't know about Mr. Z, and I got to be very. He was on the most dangerous chooch in history with me in San Francisco when we went up the Tenderloin. Was on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 15 on that. Walking Eddy Street, and I thought I'm never going to subject anybody to that again. D's one thing, 6'3" or whatever, and 240. It's a different story. Your local Mexican meat market for pre-season fajita beef. We'll see. I've never noticed anything special about my fajita meat here, but I will check that out. October is a beautiful time to go. November is right on through. You can have nice 80-degree days. The pools are still open and everything. Bear spray shouldn't be illegal. I will be there. My mother would be there. Okay. Oh, you go and I go. Would you like to go choo-choo balls? Okay. I'd like to go. Choo-choo's one of those things I do. People either love it or hate it. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground about to it. Doesn't seem to be any middle ground. There are no Lucky Beans. How you doing? Wrestling with the kids, but popped in to give a like. Thank you, honey. We're only 4 away from 100 tonight in the like column. Thank you. Who's gonna put us over the top? Oh, I smell weed coming in. God, I hope it's not a skunk gonna walk in here. I better close that door. I'd be in piss poor shape if a skunk came wandering in the back door there. It smells like a skunk around, blew a load somewhere. There's spray. I'm not gonna spray anybody with, for me it's too destructive. I think pepper spray is as high as I want to go. I don't want to seriously maim anybody for life. Okay, thank you, Chef. Yay, we just hit 100. I appreciate that. So, I, Chef, of course, is married. He has a beautiful wife, but he always has a standing invite to come out and visit anytime he would like to. He always has a standing invite. Texture work for yeah, so I have the independence to go, so let me know and I will roll. Just need notice to put my puppy dog in storage. Well, I'll be going back again probably. It's not going to be before the 15th of September. That's no bueno. I've endured my last friggin' heat that I'm going to endure. That's why I put off the fall trip for the Southwest to turn that into like a little bit of a fall winter expedition. So thank you. Yeah, yay, 104. I had saffron and fresh chai, exquisite flavor. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Another wonderful chat tonight. And if you are coming in, I am going to be doing a little road trip tomorrow. Maybe even including restaurant tasting or something like that. I think you're going to find it interesting content. It combines the things I've loved. A very interesting background story, some interesting history, some cool, great views, and a good story. All the things that I like to bring together, and it's not gonna have to be a super long driving expedition. Hey, Pig Boy, how you doing? Good to see you. Cool. Uh, it's gonna be a long, hot Indian summer. Looking forward to content. Yeah, I've been enjoying your flow there, Chef. And hey, thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. Okay, Peachy Pie, thanks for coming by as usual. Much appreciated. Yeah, you too, Rhonda. Thank you. I appreciate it, sweetie. I'm going to go about 10 more minutes. That'll take us up to the 2 hour mark tonight. So, very good chat. Take care, Pizza Kitty. Best thoughts for your little fur baby there. I hope everything goes well. It's awful when pets are down. It's a tough feeling. Lots of good topics. Good night. Good night. Good night, Darren. Thanks for coming by. Good night, BB and John. Thank you for coming by. Let me know. Is the Robbins Bar of 1956? If you're mod, yeah, please. Yeah, if you could copy that, Cheryl. If you could copy that and just email it to me, that would be great. I'm gonna come down to Texas, Pig Boy. Texas is going to be on my stop through back to eventually get to Florida this winter. Good night, Patricia. Can't wait to get moved and set. I've got to put time at it like I like to the past couple weeks. You're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah, if somebody can just copy and paste that email, then just send it to me. Then I can communicate with Balls there. No, I'm not signing off. I'm going to be on about 9 more minutes or so. So, yeah, I'll tell you, Chef, isn't making content fun? Just, it's a hoot. You're welcome, Johnny West. I'm gonna be here a few more minutes. Some people get pissed off I leave too too fast. You have spoken, I have heard. So now I'm required to issue a 10-minute warning to both benches here. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda, for coming in. Try black rice. All rice matters. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do a traditional, like a Spanish rice, something like that. I think that would be fun to do that. I'm not gonna do. I just open up some refried beans, but I would like to try cranking out. I'll have to get the big table set up. But my stove, my cook stove, has a griddle, a steel griddle on top. We can do the whole shooting match. The tortillas, the peppers, the onions, the steak. Yeah, the whole schmeal. And I also like to get a little salsa too and put that on. Hello, Paulin. Hello. I like that wild rice. It's not really rice, is it? It's like some kind of grain. I've always enjoyed that. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate that. Black rice vid a while back. Okay, so for Ninth Element, I think that's the deal for Saturday night. So cut loose with some corn tortillas. Get the rolling pins out and all that. Hecho a manos, made by hand. Uncle Ben's has pre-cooked Spanish rice. I'll look at the recipe and see how involved it is. But I will pre-cook some rice and have it ready to go, and then just I'll see what goes on. I'll see. Thank you, Missy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very, very, very much. So I think that's a really good idea, Ninth Element, for a really good evening. I'm trying to just drink one night a week, so I think I don't even know what I'm going to bake if I'm going to be baking. If it's going to be hotter than hell, I don't know if I'm going to be baking. I don't know. Yeah, I wish you could be too. It's going to be something fruity and light, like a pie. I'd really like to make another blueberry pie again. Love to have that. Thank you. I can't wait. I missed so much traveling with my mom and rode like a sis I never met from my mom. Oh, thank you, Vols. God bless you too, honey. I made chicken parm, cutlets, and spaghetti for dinner. That sounds pretty good. Um, I'm trying to cut down just because my exercise went down. I don't want to. I probably have a couple pandemic pounds, so this week I'm on a pretty restricted diet, which it doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, I'm gonna get some salsa, which is good. I like. I can't make a good homemade salsa, so I get the paste or something like that is fine. You're fruity but not light. Yeah, that actually sounds real good, Cheryl. I like chicken cacciatore over spaghetti. I think that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Uh, what do you think? Tradicional, huh? Tradicional. Jose Cuervo. Maybe I'll have just go the whole hog, man, with some margaritas. I'm not much of a tequila drinker, but I like to have a margarita is nice with a margarita mix. Enjoyed the show. Thank you, Douglas. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you very much. Yeah, and if, like we used to say, if you're new on or if you're somebody who's hanging in the chat and you've never said hi before, we don't bite here. It's always nice to welcome new people to come in and just say hi and just I enjoy watching you from whatever Iowa or Pennsylvania. It's always nice to welcome new people in. Okay, chef. I got so many things on the table. I think I'm just gonna do a jarred salsa. I know. Okay, please be okay. I want to meet you, travel with you, because my mom put it in the hard drive. I forgot that. Okay, no problem, Vols. Yeah, I'd love to travel. Yep. Yeah, tequila is not my favorite. I'm a bourbon person. Oh, Scotty said I had a margarita tonight. So nice. Thanks, Missy. I don't enjoy the taste of tequila at all. I'm sorry. I'm a lady of the South. It's all about bourbon, 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 bourbon for me. Bourbon, bourbon, yeah, from Idaho. Thank you, Douglas. The great state of Idaho. Hi, Amy. Sorry, honey, I'm 2 minutes to out. Oh no. Good to see you, sweetie. Okay, thank you, Dave. Hope your mom's doing good. It's been about a week, I think, since her knee replacement. So I hope that went good. Yeah, just never really been a tequila fan. I love bourbon. Spokane, Washington is close. Okay, Spokane. Yeah, cool. All right, Douglas. Well, thank you for welcome aboard. I hope you'll be a regular chatter on here. I'm Tomatino having a cold cocktail at night. Todatino. Nothing wrong with that. I'm, a, I'm always a happy drunk, but I don't like. I love a good sipping bourbon. Which, if I'm drinking, thank you, sweetie. Another 19.99 from Vols. Thank you, honey. You've been such a great supporter of the channel. We will meet. We will hang out. Maybe we'll do a kitchen stadium at your place, right? Passing through. Oh, thank you, Kenny from Colorado. Kind of neat. Good chat. Good night, all. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vols. And I'll be able to do something for my moderators this month, which will be wonderful. Good vodka, Belvedere, lemonade, so good. That does sound good. On that note, guys, we've just come up to the 2 hour mark. Thank you, Vols. Good to see you on here. I'm so glad you enjoyed the dinner video. I hope you also saw the water park, the abandoned Las Vegas desert water park there. Check that out. I think it's kind of cool to do some things in black and white once in a while. Thank you, and thank you to everybody else, the new people that popped. Just raised your head and said hi. That's wonderful. Glad to have you on the chat. To my wonderful moderators, thank you so much, Cheryl, Missy, Jen, et al., Scottish, all of you guys. Love you to pieces. Chef, good to see you. Cheryl, Munoz, thank you, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will be on the road tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.